Hello dogs, Lildawg right here, right now. I am the creator of 1 Week at Crocs 3, and now this is the latest one that's been released. There's still 2 more games to go. Thankfully, got so far, and out of all of them, this one was the easiest to recreate, mostly because this is the one that's changed the most from the original. The original was hard. Like, the second one, it was possible for me to win, but this one, I could never beat it properly, the original. But now that I've went through and recreated it, I've made it much easier, much more fair and everything. It's one of the more tamer ones of the 3 so far. So let's go.
Dude, you're here. Okay, so we know what we must do. Recently, the government has decided to place a ban on animatronics due to the massive amounts of incidents that occur with them. It is our job to find as many as we can and place them in warehouses, like the one you're sitting in right now. So first off, you may have noticed you don't have any cameras. That's because this building is really small and only consists of 3 really small rooms. You are in the office, which, if you ask me, is more of a hallway with a dead end. In front of you is the huge doorway leading into the main warehouse room. We are currently keeping the Freddy Fazbear animatronic there that we found a few weeks ago. To the side of you is the side room. We have another animatronic in there known as Whips the Spider, who we also found a few weeks ago. Currently, those 2 are the only ones we found so far, and the government is planning to give out huge rewards for each animatronic gathered. So I will be searching a restaurant nearby to see what I can find for tomorrow. Anyways, I think that'll be it. Good night.
Alright, so Freddy Fazbear himself should be activating here in a moment. And yes, there are no cameras, mostly because the building's really small. Ooh. Oh! A lot of people don't know what to do here. You just wait until he laughs and then he walks away. So, one thing I did to make it more fair is every time you successfully hide from an animatronic in the side room, your web's timer will reset. That's one thing I did. Another thing I did is I removed a lot of the animatronics that were here. So like, Foxy's no longer here, Chica is no longer here. Just Freddy and the main 5. The main 5 from Crocs, at least. You may have also noticed the timer here. It's like an actual clock. I did that because I didn't want to go through and type out 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m. Yeah, it's 5 a.m. right now, so every night, I believe I didn't mention this. I believe the first games is different because the calls were super long and I had to extend the time so you could actually hear the calls. But in the second and third game, the nights are 3 minutes long. I really hate games that, like, make the nights, like, super ridiculously long. And so I made each night 3 minutes! Alright. So we head on to night 2, which I believe Athlito activates. His mechanic is pretty interesting, and I've gotten reports that a lot of people have died to Athlito.
Welcome back. We hit the jackpot. There are a lot of animatronics here in this place, so it'll take us a while to deliver them all there. I recognize each one of them too. First, we delivered Athlito the Bat to the warehouse today. His sound activation systems and moving parts still work, interestingly enough. I wonder if he can still activate if you play something loud enough. like a TV or something. Anyways, I'm gonna keep it short today. I gotta deliver one animatronic a day to the warehouse. It'll be easier than trying to deliver them all in the same day, because these things are heavy.
So the phone guy gave you the hint there. If the TV comes on, click on it and turn it off. Otherwise, Athleta will activate, all the other animatronics will deactivate for the moment, and you'll be forced into the hallway, and he'll walk down the hallway and kill ya. It is possible to be saved by... Frick, I don't think I got that in time. Holy crap, I got that in time. One thing I didn't do in this one is I didn't add systems in place that makes it to where an animatronic has to wait on another animatronic. There are so few animatronics here and there are no phantoms causing many issues that a lot of the animatronics will overlap each other and you'll have to get rid of most of them all at once. I did that on purpose just to make it a little bit harder. Mostly because there are only 6 animatronics compared to 8. It's kind of what I did for the first game too. You hear the 4 steps, that means he's just walking away. Now, interesting story, this game was about to be delayed because of the person who plays Hopper and her voice lines. Yes, the deaf voice lines come back for this one. Freddy, it's his, laugh. Croc doesn't have a voice line because he doesn't kill you. Webbs does a creepy laugh. Athleta has a line for sure, and then Hopper, she actually has 2 lines. One she says when she's in the middle of trying to attack you, and the other one is after she kills you. And then, am I missing someone? Oh yeah, old Croc. Yeah, he makes his return to 1 Week at Croc's 3 with a very interesting mechanic. It's pretty funny.
Dude! Hello again. So we brought in Croc. Or what's left of him. All that remains is his endoskeleton head and the head portion of the costume. I don't know if the government will even accept it, but it's worth a shot. Anyways, we left it in the side room along with Webbs. It isn't gonna do much. Heh, imagine if it was active and it tried to turn off your power if you didn't scare it away. The thought, right? Anyways, see you tomorrow, Ethan.
Gave you another hint there as to how the Croc head is gonna work. Croc gets very unlucky during this series, like... I believe for the rest of the series he remains as a head. Even in the 4th one. And then he doesn't appear in the finale. But from this point on, Croc is a head. And what he does is he'll appear in the side room. And he'll turn off your power if you don't click on him to scare him away. And so that gives you more incentive into going back into the side room again. In the original, the Athlito TV was actually inside the side room. And then Croc was outside in the office trying to kill ya. But when Croc turns off the power, Freddy will do his Toreador March, or if Old Croc's active, Old Croc will replace Freddy in that regard. And Freddy or Old Croc, depending on who's active, depending on whether or not Old Croc is active or not, will attack you. And I may die to Croc just so we can show you the Toreador March. That's my favorite thing throughout the entire creation of the game, was doing the Toreador March for Freddy. And he's freaking menacing. Alright, I may go to night 4. I may not. It depends on how night 4 goes. Anyways, the game was almost delayed because the voice actor for Hopper she didn't do her lines right away, and Hopper's lines were the last thing I needed to make the game like. And so night 4, Hopper activates.
Dude, welcome back. Today we delivered the Hopper animatronic. What's surprising is she has been wandering this restaurant for years, returning to her spot to charge every few hours. She works, and she's been doing this the whole time the place has been abandoned. So she's most likely going to wander around the main warehouse room now, too. You could probably hear her. Anyways, catch you tomorrow.
So, if you listen carefully, you'll hear Hopper walking around in the warehouse. If you hear her running, dash in the side room, she'll arrive in the office, and then you have to wait for her to do her voice line and walk away before you go back into the office. Otherwise, she will kill you. And I actually have beaten the 666 mode for this one. Oh, crap.
Yes, nobody's here.
There we go. That's how you deal with Hopper. And then you'll hear her run back, and then she'll cycle back around. And once again, when you successfully hide from Hopper, the web's timer does reset. The only 2 characters that the web's timer doesn't reset is Athlito, because you're already in the office when you're getting rid of him, and then Croc.
Yes, nobody's
Holy
here.
crap. Hoppers will reset as she's doing her voice line, just so you're not safe from webs and you just have to leave immediately. It starts at the beginning of her voice line to give you time. And then keep track of all of this. And then Old Croc just adds on one more thing that you have to worry about. You should be good.
Yes, nobody's here.
I love freaking Hopper's voice. It's good. Boom! I'm gonna stop there. I'm not gonna spoil Night 5 or 666 mode because 666 mode doesn't add anything new. It just makes all the animatronics faster. like it usually does. I've actually beaten 666 mode in this one, though. Which, originally I was going to leave it for everyone else to do, but I was like, why not? I haven't beaten the 666 mode yet. And this one's possible. I know. It's going to be really hard, but it's possible. Now, I'm going to die to Croc. Because I want to show you the Toreador March. Here's Croc. Hi, Freddy. And then if old Croc is active, he'll replace Freddy for that. That's 1 week of Crocs 3. This was probably the quickest one to be made. Mostly because going into the 1 week of Crocs games, I already have most of the assets ready and stuff like that. And because this one didn't have any cameras or any system that allows you to keep track of the animatronics other than using visual and sound cues, this one didn't take too long to make. And I think I'm pretty proud of this one. So, hope you enjoyed this. This is 1 week of Crocs 3. 1 week of Crocs 4 will take a while to make. I have to let you guys know that now. 1 week of Crocs 4, the original, was such a giant leap compared to the one before it. And yeah, it's just gonna take a while. I have to do all like the little mini game stuff and the actual night portions of the game. That'll be it. Bye-bye.